Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to Patch Review or Patch Overview Summarization for Patch 653 for Galactic Ruler. So most of these things I'm going to mention if you are watching the Fast Track videos, or if you have the Fast Track version of the game, you'll notice that pretty much all of these, if not, I think actually 90% of them, were included in Fast Track builds. So let's just get into it, shall we? So patch 653, it's officially gone live. It went live a couple days. Went live on the 18th. Technology research times have extended, but they haven't been balanced. Meaning, when the game was first released, every single tech took 10 days. Didn't matter what tech it was, it took 10 days. Now it actually takes a more realistic time, though it hasn't been balanced and all that stuff. The moved reference to human, money, or missile, because no, those aren't going in the game. Now they may have missed one or two, I can't remember, hence ongoing, because they may have missed a couple things in there. They did some minor graphic and UI fixes. They have now some tooltip fixes that have been done. Some UI bug fixes I've noticed. For me, I used to have a thing where the one thing kept popping up on me, and that's gone away, which is good. The work begun. Now some of these things you'll notice have begun or ongoing or back end feature options or whatever. That's just because, you know, with the game being the way it is, sorry, I just noticed something weird on my desk. Some of these things are done on the back end and haven't been actually like turned on yet in the game. So minor fixes to tooltips, various UI bug fixes. Work begun to add go-to option on right-click menu to change levels. So you'd be able to right-click and go to planet, or go to a specific planet, I'm hoping. Our units can now use the load into order. So now if you put one of your cargo ships or troop transports, use cargo ships. Troop transports are, but use cargo ships, go down to a planet, you drop the cargo ship on a military facility that has, say, has a bunch of helicopters, multi-role aircraft, strategic bombers on it and stuff. You can now tell them to load into, and then you select the cargo ship. So right now, you tell the cargo ship to load unit at the location, and unlike ground units where they would just drive up to that location and immediately just get vacuumed up into the cargo ship, you actually have to tell the aircraft to load into it. The cargo ship won't automatically suck it up like it would a ground unit. Double click to change level, disabled, while map modes are active. Refactored system HUD at Galaxy for exploration status. Colonies now know / discover all regions the parent does at the time of colonization. That's a good thing. I kind of would hope to, down the road, that becomes a research thing as well, where they go right to the same research level because they're you. Or maybe just down a peg, like whatever researches they need to get to the point where they are. Maybe like still limit them to a point just in case they declare independence or something. You got to be able to, crush them under your boot. Fix year display. Yeah, so there was a little bit of a bug. Some people got it, I never got it, but the time stops. Refactored and optimized some planets / system status data, which is good. Optimization and frame rate improvements at galaxy level. I noticed that when I was at the galaxy level, I guess it was probably because at the back end it's processing all the planets and everything all at the same time. On some people it would just stop their computers and would just drop it like a stone. I know, so my computer every now and then going onto the galaxy level would just chug. I could look in my task manager and it was like, I'm happy I don't use a coal powered computer, because if I did, there would be like smoke like crazy coming to the back end of this thing. I have no idea why I said that, but I digress. So I just noticed that also might fix, theoretically, the galaxy map crash. Don't know if some people still have that crash after this patch. I'll have to see. I know Infinagamer, for example, has the galaxy crash bug, and I think there's a few other people that have it. It's one of those things where it's affecting some people and it's not affecting others. So it could be a hardware related crash where it's like if people have hardware maybe set up a certain way, or I don't know. But that could be the reason for the Galaxy crash some people are having. Updated fixed wing aircraft to not act like helicopters. Simple. Some of the multi-role aircraft, basically pretended to be helicopters. Kind of like VTOLs almost. Game help system added to planet level. First message is added. Graphics to be updated later. So basically, just like in SRU, the Great War, etc., etc., you get the little pop-up from the side. That has now been included in the game, whether it's for the annoyance or information of one player, of some players. Excuse me. Cargo information for units now hidden if unit has 0 cargo capacity. So I hope they update this to SRU, but they probably won't. In Galactic Ruler now, if a unit has 0 cargo capacity, it's just not going to show up on the sheet, which is good because that way you don't have to look to see if it has capacity. You just hover over it and you'll see that it has it or not. That's it. +2. There's a lot of information on those pages. Refactored flags in system for performance also checks region discovered. So back-end performance fixes, that's pretty good, or works. More back-end work on atmosphere system, still incomplete. So right now they're trying to work on multiple different atmospheres for different types of planets. So you'll think the plan is to have all your classic like MO, Demon, etc. types of planets. And then the plan is to also then have multiple different atmospheres for the planets, which I think is be very interesting. So you might have multiple different M-class planets, but then those M-class planets can be broken up into then subcategories of atmospheres. Think Earth, but then think of that M-class planet from Deep Space Nine where Odo and Quark crash land on. It's a M-type planet, but the atmosphere is it was thinner, and the planet was colder than say Earth, which is kind of cool. Added mouse over list of units in system to the galaxy levels, meaning if you hover over with your mouse on a system, on a planetary system, a solar system, it'll tell you what units are in there finally, which is good because sometimes if you're doing a lot of micromanaging and moving battle groups around, that can get kind of wonky because you won't know. You'll know which battle groups are where, but if you lose a unit in there somewhere, you're like, okay, well, does this need more fighters? Does this need more interceptors? Does one need another carrier because it lost its carrier, etc., etc., which is good. Stop the map box from moving when window is not in focus. Makes sense. And it improved how region discovery is handled internally. Some more performance issues and things like that that they're working on. And there we go. Existing save games will be compatible, but will not benefit from fixes. Meaning, save games can still continue on, but you won't see any of this until you actually start a new game, which is one thing that I like about this. With the way the game's designed and programmed, doesn't matter what they change, your save game will not change and not break. Theoretically, there's still the chance it could break, but pretty much every time they've done a patch on SRU and the Great War and a bunch of other stuff, no crashes, or no save game destruction. So yeah, so that is the patch on the 18th of November for patch 653. Still early access stuff going on. I know their plan is to do one major patch in the game per month, and then multiple patches per week in the fast track, just to see how things go, see how it all feels and all that stuff. But with that in mind, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week. And enjoy, stay safe, and have fun. Bye-bye. Wrong button.